for a second, just to make sure the audio is working, because it's working in the recording, but we're going to make sure.
Everyone, take a topic,
yep,
start
okay.
talking.
Nope, it's there.
Word.
Okay.
Yep, nope, the stream's going to sound really bad for a solid minute but...
I'm going to read some Boku no Hero /fic to test the audio.
Nope, alright, so last time on Dungeons & Dragons...
Wait, I want to hear about the /fic.
Later.
Yeah, later.
Okay.
Oh, that threw me off hard, though. Wow.
Good.
Damn, I was like... Whew. Okay, well, no, real quick, who are the characters? I gotta know.
Well, obviously, Bakugo and the red-haired guy. I forget
Okay,
his name.
yeah,
I want
alright.
to read about teenagers. I want to read about All Might and Aizawa.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm on
okay,
it.
fair.
Oh god.
Alright, now that I'm satisfied, so, last time on D&D, we're picking up where we left off, first and foremost, no shit, but, we began last session with, Dancer being trained in the ways of her new order of monkliness. From there we cut to the rest of the group, where you guys went on a brief little shopping venture to buy your friend Ardania a little gift, as well as pay off the debt that Sybil and Navori owed. You guys went to the menagerie first to pay off your debt, where you saw the headmistress of the library talking with an adventurer about something to do with an expedition. You didn't pay this much mind. You paid off the headmistress and went on your way to go shopping.
But Eunuch Joseph also happened.
Eunuch Joseph did happen.
God rest his soul.
It'll never rest. He's a eunuch. He's so angry.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, I forgot about Eunuch Joe too. Anyway, so you guys went shopping briefly, where you got Ardania a Broomba and a nice self-writing pen. Upon getting all of that, you met Dancer and returned back to the Gilded Blade to deliver the gifts and determine your next stage of adventuring. Hold on. Okay, I choked on spit. Go me. You guys returned to the Gilded Blade, where you gave Ardania her gifts and settled down around the fire to have a, I don't know, relaxing time. It's at this point that Sybil's patron, Oberon, the hot archfey of the Sealy Court,
Decked right in the face.
He appeared and immediately Kess decked him in the face out of Kessness. He seemed relatively unfazed by this, and Sybil tried to flee from this sudden, terrifying responsibility that she did not know she was supposed to have. Oberon prevented her from fleeing, at which point he gave her some information about the pact that she was unknowingly a part of, and offered her and the group a quest of sorts. He requested that they come to the Feywild and investigate a situation that is causing some of the Archfey that are in charge of aspects of the Feywild to fall from graces. They're no longer performing their duties for one reason or another. It took a bit of coercing to get the group to agree to this. By the end of it, he agreed that he would give each of them a favor for performing this task for him. With the satisfaction that they will be taking on this quest for him, he returned to the Feywild, leaving the rest of the group to do as they will. Sybil went home that night to spend the night with her mother and just tell her mother that, she's going away for a little bit. Returning back to the guild the following morning, the group asked Ardania how they could get to the Feywild. She told them they could join up with an expedition, and the only one going out right now was with a group called Tribulation's Edge. In order to go out, though, the group needed to name itself, have a moniker to go by. After some deliberation, the group decided to call themselves Boone's Bounty.
We could have been Party 69.
You could have been a lot of weird things, but you chose Boone's Bounty. Thank God. it's then that you met the leader of Tribulation's Edge, Benedict. He approached to get the remainder of the job details from Ardania, where she introduced you to him, and you tortured this poor, innocent man who does not like cursing. And, well, he told you guys where to meet him when you were prepared to get the rest of the information that you would need to be a part of this expedition. And we're picking up there. Benedict had told you to meet him on the outer edges of Sigil itself, where the portals are. The outer ring, specifically. He had not stumbled off, just kind of waddled off, being a man who looks like he has a stick up his ass at all times.
Being nice to him narratively. We're already mean to him in character.
You're debating us.
He left, and you guys all just kind of turned to watch him, thinking, well,
That
okay.
happened.
Yeah. As he leaves, you hear Ardania snicker behind you. And you turn, and she's just shaking her head, kind of grinning, and turning around to get to work on things.
Oh.
Ah, what are you guys doing?
Navari kind of stares into nothing for a second, and then like she just sort of remembers something, and she goes up to the desk, and she's like, Ardania, do you know where Chris and Jeremiah are?
Oh, no, not off the top of my head. They don't need to report in all that often, only when they want jobs, or I call them. Why?
Cause I think Chris might have some information on the Feywild and a certain someone that visited us the other day. So I was just curious.
I could put out the call for her.
Oh, that would be great. Well, I mean, if she could come in like before we had got to leave, I guess.
Well, right, it'll take a bit, but I'll go through the proper channels, let her know that you want to see her.
Hey, thank you.
And she just nods and walks off and starts fiddling with something up on the big glowing board behind her. And she just looks like she's distracted doing that now.
Yeah, Navari like takes out this like ratty looking book that is in one of her packs, and she starts flipping through it. Like it looks like she's looking at the index, and then she's like starting to flip through like she's looking for something in particular.
Is she reading her player's handbook?
No, she's reading the Nameless book.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, that's like the only book she has.
Sybil's just gonna lean over and have a look.
Yeah.
What you reading?
It's like, yeah, you ever see this before? And Navari holds up the book, like the cover for her to see. The Nameless book about the Nameless party.
Sybil, her eyes narrow, and she tries to think of if she's ever seen this book before. Has she? DM?
You can make a history check.
Okay.
Listen, you can't just ask me questions about what Sybil remembers or not, because who fucking knows?
15.
Yeah, you recall the book. You don't recall the details in particular. But you know that most people consider it kind of a tall tale of sorts. There's definitely some truth to it, but there's also parts of it that they obviously didn't happen.
Sybil's just like, you're reading urban legends, like...
Oh, no. What? Hey, look. See, okay. She points to, like, she's at the part where there's stuff about the Feywild, right? And she points to the name Chris. And she's like, this is how I knew who Chris was, right? She's in this book, yeah?
All right, yeah, I'm following you.
And in this book, they go to the Feywild and they sort of encounter some things and such, and they actually met the guy that claimed to be your husband. So,
Sybil's face just kind of her mouth gets real wide and thin.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's just like, I'm just looking for something, like little bit more about where we're going, even if it's just like it might not be true, but maybe it is. You know.
All of a sudden, the front door of the guild bangs open, and you hear a shrill, "Sup, bitches!" And you look, and you see Chris floating in, and Jeremiah trotting in behind her. And her little wings flitting to and fro as she zooms across the room to hover in front of you, Navori, her arms crossed, the little red dress that she was wearing. It's extending past her feet, like you can't see her feet. It makes her look kind of like a little specter. And she just looks at you.
Aw.
What do you
Hi,
want?
good morning.
Hi.
So we're gonna go to your old home, the Feywild, yeah?
Ugh.
And I'm kind of curious. Can you tell us a bit about the place? We've never been there.
I mean, I can't tell you a bit because there's a lot.
Okay,
But
can you tell me a lot?
well,
Wait, can you tell us what won't get us killed? Like how to not get killed specific?
don't go. I mean, yeah, sorry, not
Okay.
good at, yeah. Anyway, time passes strangely there. What may seem like a day there is not really that long here. It's kind of weird. Just don't think about it. Time's meaningless.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, see, Maria gets it. But, um, well, you won't see. There's not a sunrise or a sunset. It's kind of based on the direction you move. There's the sun side and the dark night side. You're probably going. You going to the sun side. You going to see the Sealy, right? Right. I hope.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
I think so. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, primarily speaking, don't speak to any Fae, don't look at any Fae, don't shake any Fae's hands, and above all else, don't answer any questions.
Uh,
Wow.
all right. Well, let's just say that we have to speak to one Fae in particular, or a couple Fae in particular.
Navori flips through the book real quick and she like scans it. She's like, wait. The one that hears whenever you say his name.
That's most of them.
Oh, really?
They
So wait, if we say Chris, do you just know?
no, because I don't want to.
Oh.
But the ones that are vain enough, yeah.
Okay, Archfey.
Yeah, there's a
The
Yep.
the hmm.
Oberon?
What did he say something about? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, what about him? He's an asshole.
But didn't he just hear you say that?
Yeah, and I'll fucking fight him.
Navori just cracks and just like, yeah. I hope you
All right,
win.
let's not get
Cass,
hasty.
Cass looks over and like, if her helmet could have emotions, it would have an improving emotion.
A little prompt comes up on the side.
Cass approves.
+9.
Yeah.
He kind of wants us to do a thing.
Oh.
Like showed up here and.
Oh. So, yeah, that sucks. Sorry.
Can you tell us anything about him aside from he's an asshole? We kind of saw that.
He's good. He's good to his word. Like all Fae, he's gonna try and, well,
Be tricky about it.
I wouldn't say tricky. He's just, lying by omission is kind of the big thing. Again, he'll give you what you want. He'll just make sure you pay the price for it.
Yeah.
You could do worse, significantly so. As far as the arts are concerned, Oberon is tolerable.
What about the others? Like, it sort of the thing he wants us to do sort of involves the other ones too.
Well, by and large, I recommend, again, not speaking to them, not looking at them, not shaking their hands, and above all else, not answering any questions.
Alright, but we have to kind of talk to them just by obligation.
Like, how do we communicate with them if we can't do any of that?
Can we write on paper and
No,
then...
okay, you're taking me a little too literally here. I'm saying don't.
Oh.
Okay, but if we got
Good luck.
shit.
Eh, Be smart. Be clever, but don't think you're cleverer than they are, and that's my big advice. Don't.
Anybody else getting a bad feeling about all this?
I mean, I got a bad feeling about it when the guy showed up out of fucking nowhere, but, you know, yeah.
I mean, no offense, but you guys are kind of new to things, and if it was something life-threatening or, cataclysmic, I don't think he'd come to you. So there's that.
Is there any way
Yeah.
to get souls back from him?
No.
Shit.
I mean, I'm
Are
sure
you-
there is, but the easy and best answer is no. Once someone of my kind has a soul, it's kind of ours. Well, really, once you make a deal and we take whatever that we said we were going to, it's ours. You're not getting it back.
Navari kind of like
I suppose there's
scrunches
no
up her face.
exceptions to that rule.
Oh, there's exceptions to every rule, but I don't know. Quite frankly, I can't tell you either.
Alright, well, thanks.
Yep, is that all?
Yeah, thank you for your time. I think that's it. Does anyone else have any questions or?
Oh, wait. Wait, there was something.
She turned to fly away and turns back and crosses her arms and looks at you severely.
There's something here that I remember, I think you say. Well, in theory, you said it in this book, right? That you can't really die in the Feywild? What's that about? Is that a thing?
It's better left untalked about.
Alright. So
I get
just
the
don't
feeling
die
you might
at
not
all.
die, but it might not necessarily be,
Not
okay.
you're fucking zombie or something. Or like you're Devori just kind of gestures. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just say don't find out.
Alright. Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, goodbye. And she looks down at Jeremiah and, come on, bud, we got things to do. And he clucks and they exit. And as she leaves, the door slams shut behind her.
Well, now we know we're in for a lot of trouble. Not that we didn't think that before, but don't, I guess, talk to anybody or anything.
I mean,
You have to, though.
you
I
know,
know.
my dad made a deal with an archfey, and he's just doing whoop-de-doo scot-free somewhere. So, and I have to deal with it. So maybe none of us will actually have to deal with anything.
Devori just kind of stares at her. Maybe? I mean, well, isn't that what, I wonder if you could trade your soul for your dad's soul. And get him back.
I don't think anybody would want my dad's soul. He's not,
I mean, well, we don't know what sort of deal he made in the first place, so maybe they
Okay.
would.
Knave, I just want you to look at me. And Sybil flourishes up and down her visage.
Yeah.
And is like, it's like if you had a shiny, new, delicious apple. And someone was like, well, what if I trade you for this shitty, mushy, half-eaten apple? that's been left out in the sun for a while. You're not going to choose the second option.
True. You know, I was thinking like maybe for revenge or something, you know, but that's getting a little dark, I guess. But he was an asshole and he started it, so I don't know. Just, we'll figure it out. Anyway, do we got to get going? How long is it to get to wherever the fuck outside portal ring thingy slide? What, hour and 30 minutes, and we had like 2 hours before they're gonna leave. You think we should start going?
Yeah, why with the portals and whatnot? It's not going to take that long if everybody is willing to use a portal, she says as she looks around.
I
Well,
didn't
we
realize
gotta.
we had a problem.
I mean,
We gotta go through one of them anyway. Like,
it don't sound like we have much choice, so
Alright, well, let's go. I might need someone to pay for my portal fare because I don't have any money anymore, and then Sybil's talking.
Okay. Does everyone just head on out with Sybil?
yeah,
Mhm.
no worries. Going.
Alright, you guys leave the Gilded Blade and head out into the streets of Kar. It is... The music didn't change with me. Awesome. There. The streets are about as crowded as they usually are. It's, judging by the lanterns settled up around the area that you're in, it's probably about mid-morning still. And about 2 blocks away is the little portal gazebo, for lack of a better term, that's located near the Adventurers Guild. And you walk down to it, passing by a variety of little shops. You pass by a forge in particular that looks like it's just kind of getting started for the day. It's a large stone building that, at a glance, you see that it's actually connected to the Adventurers Guild. It doesn't, like, there's no doors connecting them, you don't think. But it's, like, built into the side of the long building that is the Gilded Blade. Continuing on, yeah, you hit a gazebo again, for lack of a better term. It's a golden structure that's about 12 feet high and about 6 feet wide. And it's made of this intricate, twisting, thin golden metal. It looks like if you leaned on it, it would collapse. And there's a small, like, crystalline glass surrounding the little gaps, and then there's a door in front of it. It is a see-through door, though. It is a glass door, and within you can see a little blue pulsing circle on the floor. And approaching it, there's a little slot for coins. And a sign that says...
portals.
There's a sign that says 1 gold. Just 1 gold.
And if anyone needs fare, we can pull it from the party pool.
Alright, about that.
Hey, you were the one that
No.
suggested it.
I think I'm good at the moment.
Yeah,
I
I can
need...
cover myself.
Do I also have to pay gold to get Boone through?
I
Or
don't
do
know.
pets not count?
I mean,
Would Sybil know?
Yeah, no. Or they do count, you don't need to pay for them.
No, you didn't need to pay for them. They just kind of come with you.
Well, that's good to know.
Okay, so 1 by 1, do you guys head on in?
yeah.
Alright,
Yeah.
take out 1 gold from personal gold or party gold. I don't know who the party treasurer is currently.
I've got it written down.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm assuming it's Maria.
then yeah,
She
is
likes the shinies.
fair. Is all 6 coming out of the party pool, or how you guys divvying it
I
up?
think it's just I think it's just Sybil coming out of the party pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else loses a gold. The party pool loses a gold. And one by one, you slide a gold coin into the little slot, and the glass door vanishes, allowing you to step through. And when you do, there's a brief moment of like being tugged by your navel, and everything goes white. And it's only momentary. And quickly enough, you find yourself in a different location entirely. You're at the outskirts of the city now as you stumble out, a little bit dizzy from the process. And behind you, you do see the wall of the city behind you. Not necessarily a wall proper, but like, you know, when you leave a city behind and you look back behind you, it looks like there's a wall of buildings there still. It's sort of like that effect. And you look out in front of you, and there's an actual wall. And propped up along it are a few gaps that look like they once held something. There's like little ramps that look like they are in disrepair, and just these circular indentations in the walls of this, or the side of this wall, where there's nothing happening. Looking down to the side, you do see a handful of people milling about. It looks like this isn't exactly a crowded part of town. You do see a small group of individuals gathered around what looks to be a wagon, and you see a familiar kind of tall, blonde individual milling around, looking kind of expectant.
Well, I think we found our guy.
Yeah.
Are we sure that's him? He looks like everybody else.
I mean, that's
kind
probably,
of his thing.
Yeah.
Dancer
Well-
calls out his name.
We'll know for sure if it's him when he speaks.
When you call out his name, you see his head turn to look at you guys, and it's Benedict. You're not within earshot yet, but he's easily recognizable because he is so generic looking.
I figured it out. The best way to describe him, he is default male main character handsome.
Yeah, pretty much. He's character creator slot A.
He's handsome in the most bland way possible.
Yeah.
God.
So you guys just walk on up to him and his little group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You notice that there are 3 other individuals with him, and a small wagon that it looks like it could be drawn by some kind of animal, but it's being held aloft to the front part of it by seemingly nothing. What?
What's covering the wagon? Like, is there anything covering? Is it like
No.
a full wagon where you gotta like there's a roof, or is
No,
it just,
no. It's like a
covered with
handcart
tarp?
wagon.
Okay, Nabori immediately is fucking going through it. Like, she's looking in there. Like, she just walks right over there, doesn't say anything to anybody, and just starts trying to get into the wagon.
Okay. You dart over, and as you lean over, you feel a thick, hard hand clap you on the shoulder, and it encompasses your shoulder entirely. And you look down to look at it, and it is a hand made out of rocks. And there's mossy knuckles. Otherwise, the fist is made out of like sandstone coloration. And it's all sort of one. It looks like it's been chiseled out of a single piece of stone. And you just hear.
I'm making sure you ain't transporting nothing that doesn't want to be transported, yeah? Nabori does not look like she's gonna back down.
All right, I need you to make a strength check.
Oh boy, here we fucking
Oh,
go.
no.
Before we even get anywhere, where'd I put that character sheet thingy? Oh god. Where is it? I detached it and I don't know where I put it.
The rest of you guys see that Navori is about to be manhandled by a large creature made out of stone. It is about 7 feet tall, very wide, and the limbs look like they are carved out of single pieces of stone, but the rest of him looks like they're just like haphazard rocks pounded into him with dirt and moss covering it.
Okay, but
Is this a
manhandled.
strength saving throw or check?
Check.
Okay.
Manhandled how? Like thrown? Like is she
You
gonna get?
you don't really know. You just know his hand is on her shoulder, and you just know his hand is on her shoulder, and he's big. Okay, let's see. Okay. You feel the pressure on your shoulder tighten, and you don't get thrown, but you get shoved back away from it pretty harshly. And Benedict comes over and, I see that you have met Oglop. He does not speak common, so, well, much. But he is
what does he speak?
Primordial. He is an elemental. He is a good friend of mine, very, very handy in a pinch, but he's a little rough around the edges. Isn't that right, Oglop? And for the first time, you see this thing's face, and it is rocky, much like the rest of it. It is like a face with each feature a different rock, and again, unlike the limbs that are all just these individual stones, it's craggy and made up of a lot of other ones, with like mossy eyebrows and facial hair made out of moss.
Sybil is going to look at Ogloff and just say to him in Primordial, sorry, she's like 12. She just has this thing with putting her hands where they don't belong. You know, kids.
Excuse you. Navori doesn't
Navori?
actually
Wait,
realize
does
that
Navori-
she's talking.
Okay.
Yeah, Navori does understand Primordial, but she doesn't actually know that she understands it, so she's just like... she just reacts because she knows what Sybil's saying, and she's like, excuse you!
And for those
I
of
am
you...
not 12!
For those of you that don't speak Primordial, the sounds are like grunting and grinding. They're not intelligible speech whatsoever. And Oglop just looks at you, Sybil, and goes, the children from where I am from know better than to touch that which is not theirs. Keep yours in line, small one.
Navori, like, without actually thinking about what she was just told, that this guy doesn't speak common, replies to him, and is like... I mean, she's not, like... She's trying to speak to him, and I'm not entirely sure how that would go. But
What are you
she's
using?
Like,
Like, did she just speak? Is Primordial
Yeah.
just on the language list?
yes.
Okay.
So, she's just sort of like, I want to make sure that you're not transporting anything that doesn't want to be transported, yeah?
He looks at
No.
you and looks a little surprised, and about as surprised as something that has like 4 emotions they can show on their face, probably.
Yeah.
I
Can
don't
look.
really think a sanctioned Adventurers Guild expedition is going to be transporting anything illegal.
Navori's just like, okay, but, you know, right, that they say that, but
But you
Navori,
could
like,
ask. You could get to know our party that we're going to be traveling with and having a merry old time with, working together.
At this point,
I have been fucking grabbed and put on one of these things against my will before, and I want to just fucking make sure, right? Okay.
Oh.
Kess, I assume you're kind of standing off to the back, just standing there waiting.
She's like, she's got her arms crossed. She looks very unimpressed and impatient.
Okay. As you're standing there, this towering sentinel of a woman, you suddenly feel this light pressure on your side, and you turn down to look, and you see a shock of long white hair with curling white horns pointing out of them and reaching down to this, like, almost all the way down this thing's back. They're incredibly long horns. And you see this thing just leaning on you, and it looks up at you, dark red eyes, dark red eyes stand out a stark contrast against a completely pale white face of a tiefling. And he just looks at you and grins and, "Ah, yes, I see that you have met Oglop. He is a friend, but, well, he can be a bit much sometimes."
Is it alright if I just fucking look, yeah?
Benedict just, "Well, like your friend Dancer said, asking would be best. We are not taking anything that is illegal nor unsolicited within the Feywild. We are simply taking supplies to keep ourselves alive and safe during our journey. Which reminds me, do you have your supplies?"
Well, I mean,
We
we
were
got what we
told
usually
those would
got.
be provided.
Yeah, that.
Ah, well then, you will be allowed to partake in ours. And the tiefling pushes off of you, Cass, and you don't move. He is just, he is light enough to literally shove off of you, and you don't feel a thing except, like, the small pressure leaving your side. And, "Ah, friends, well then, allow me to give you a bit of coin, just in case you find something that catches your eye, yes?" And, he pulls out a little satchel of coin and just throws it at nobody in particular.
Boone catches it.
Okay.
Someone threw a thing, and Boone was like, "Oh, gotta get."
Instinctual fetch reflex.
Good. Well then. Consider it a gift from a veteran adventurer. I am Asim, by the way. I am the group's... Benedict, what would you call me? And Benedict just grunts and looks a little put out, and Asim would be our scout. He is quite capable of remaining hidden and a slippery, not so do-gooder. He always has our best interests in mind. Isn't that right, Asim? And you just see that this tiefling's snake-like smile spreads high across his face.
Sybil is going to point to Asim and be like, "So is he allowed to curse?"
Absolutely not. Fuck yes, I am. Asim, we have spoken about this.
I like him.
Well, I should introduce you to the last member of Tribulation's Edge, since we will be leaving soon. Amerhawk, where are you, Amerhawk? And, from within the wagon, up sits a large red dragonborn who had been in the wagon doing something, laying down. And he is large and wearing, like, heavy plate armor in places. And, "I am here. What do you want?" "Amerhawk, this is our friends. I don't remember their names, but they are fantastic people and will be joining us in the Feywild." Amerhawk just, "Okay," and lays back down. That's
He's got the right idea.
he is our
The name's
primary
Clive,
protector.
by the way.
Ah, Clive. Well, I will be remembering that. It's a very easy name to remember.
It is.
Fantastic.
I'm Lori.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
Sybil.
Another easy one. Fantastic. How about the rest of you?
Navori's just like, wow.
The big scary one's name is Cass. Well, I don't know if that's her name, but that's what we call her.
What?
What is not her name? That's, well, fair. Navari just starts thinking about all the times she didn't give her name.
Dancer, what'd you say?
She's our protective pal.
Ah, well, fantastic. That is also Amerhawk's duty. I'm sure you will get along well, Cass and Amerhawk.
I'm sorry.
When everyone's being introduced, Navori's gonna try to sneak up and look in the wagon.
Okay. Well, he looks at you, Maria, kind of expectantly.
Oh, Maria.
Ha!
Like she can't remember.
Well, wonderful, Maria? Question mark. It is pleasant to meet you. And you, Miss Tabaxi? Tabaxi. Yes, that is the name of your kind.
Mm-hmm. Silver Dancer.
Well then, Silver Dancer, wonderful to meet you. Navori, make a stealth check.
Hey, here we fucking go.
Can I roll to see if she's doing mischief?
A whole 9.
Yeah, you can
Can
roll.
I also roll?
Yeah, both of you can roll perception.
That's amazing.
Oh my
Well,
Sybil nailed it.
Yeah. Sybil, you're distracted. Kess, you see Navori hop back up onto the wagon to peer in. Navori, as you clamber over the side to look in, you are looking straight into the reptilian draconic eye of Amarhawk.
Yeah. She waves at him and she just looks around. I'm guessing she doesn't see any like fucking people tied up or any like
You can-
obviously
Spooning a
suspicious
small
shit.
human.
You can make a perception check, but Kess, what are you going to do first? Are you going to do anything, or are you just looking?
pick up Navori by like the scruff of her neck.
Yes.
She's literally not doing anything but looking in.
I mean, wouldn't they technically be allowed to look in now since they are sharing supplies?
But she's being sneaky.
Yeah.
I mean, she's only being sneaky because the fucking golem tried to throw her. Like,
Anyway, Kess, what are you doing?
Kess like walks over to the side of the wagon, looks like directly at Navori and clears her throat really loudly.
Devori doesn't even give a shit. Like, she's still. I'm gonna make that perception check.
Okay, yeah.
She's just looking, man.
You hear Kess clear her throat next to you, and you ignore it long enough to see that Amarhawk is mostly the only thing in there. There are satchels of other things, and just like bags of stuff, but nothing looks suspicious.
Okay, she's satisfied.
Truly, this wagon is for Amarok to rest his weary legs.
Clearly.
Yeah, Navari gets back down. She's like, "What? I just wanted to look, all right? Jesus, I don't know what that is, but I heard it once."
Then ask permission.
Did
Did you hear a yes?
I didn't hear a no,
That does not mean yes.
but it does not mean no either.
We're gonna get along great with everyone.
Seems fantastic. By the way, Oglop is an elemental. Please do not address him as anything else. It will be very bad for anybody if you call him a golem or it. He is an earth elemental, and he is a very sensitive individual. Oglop just...
All right, sorry about that, lad.
It's like looking at a cousin if you're an Earth Genasi.
It's like... Yeah, kind of.
Maria probably feels like a distant kinship.
Yeah.
Just two rocks being rocks together.
Yeah. It's like... It'd be like a Boston Terrier looking at, like, a boxer. And it's like, we're both dogs.
It's like when you're a lesbian but you see a gay man on the bus.
I recognize you.
Hello, fellow gay.
Solidarity.
Friend from the other side.
Yeah. Alright, Adele. Yeah. Oglop looks over at you, Maria, and just nods his giant gravelly head.
He nods back.
He looks away. Benedict just... Well, we are off to a fantastic start. If you would like to get anything, we will be leaving in approximately half of a bell. Oh, damn it, Nino.
Solidarity.
I expect
approve.
these things from Shadow, not anyone else.
You know, you guys,
You really.
the
That's a
parties
mistake
have
on
gotten
your
off
part.
to a rocky start, but I think we'll get along.
Well then, yes.
We just have to be more grounded.
Or Coulter.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna take a nap. I just need to sleep. Oh,
Somebody
God.
else can DM.
Yeah, someone else can DM for the next hour. I need to sleep that off. Alright, yeah, Benedict, we will be leaving in approximately half of a bell, so if you have anything you would like to get done, I recommend you do it now because, well, who knows how long we will be in the Feywild. However, it should not be too long, due to the fact that time passes strangely there.
Oh, that's right. Do I have time to go and see Tristan and say, hey, I'm leaving and I might die?
No, you wouldn't be able to
Yes,
make
it's
it there and back in
probably-
time. You
Well,
could,
that just
however,
means
send
you-
a message with somebody.
I mean, that just
Yeah.
means you have to make it back.
Yeah, there you go.
Do we have time to run to Walgreens and get some healing potions?
You can ask in character.
Where's the nearest Walgreens? And see-
Yeah, but that means that I have to think of a fantasy name for Walgreens on the spot. Guys, do we have time to go to the nearest Fern Greens and get healing potion?
There you go.
There is an adventuring outpost rather nearby. It would certainly be within striking distance if you wish to go there and come back swiftly. They sell all sorts of goods that you would need to go on an adventure, be it healing potions, kits of all sorts, some weaponry, spare wheels.
You know, thank you, Benedict. We're gonna go do that. You
Maybe
sit tight.
somebody-
We'll be back.
Maybe somebody with money should go with her.
I'm gonna go with. 'cause I
I
wanna write a
will
letter
go.
anyway.
I'm going.
Alright, so Navori, Sybil, and Mari are going shopping real quick.
Yeah.
Alright, just you three?
I guess so.
Yep.
Okay. Well then, you three go wandering off in the vague direction that you were pointed in. It's not too far off. And you see a small... It's not a very large building. Calling it small is not very fair, though. It's about the size of, like, a general store from the outside. And you don't see a name on it. You see a little window, though. And looking in, you can see that there are some weapons hanging up, some shelves stocked with various things. It looks like an adventurer's general store.
Are the employees in uniform?
Well, when you head in, you see that there is one individual looking a little bit bored, kind of wandering the shelves, writing something down as they pass some of them, and they don't notice you at first. Yeah.
Yeah, Navoria's like, what are we going to get? Like, potions or, see what weapons they got or whatever. I mean, you could just, Navori just gestures as though, like, something's appearing out of the air.
I figure we'll get, like, you know, a potion for everyone if we can. Like, something we can do.
Yeah.
Just in case. Because I thought they were going to be provided, but...
Yeah, that's what I thought too, but she sort of shrugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go harass that clerk and ask if they can send a message.
Okay. You walk up to the clerk, and they're relatively short, and they look up at you with androgynous features and, hi, what can I do for you?
Two things. I'm wondering if I can send a message from here to someone in particular.
Oh, yes, we do have courier services for your adventuring type. It's very important that you are able to say farewell to your spouses.
Yes. And then healing potions. Do you have any in stock?
We do. They are 50 gold pieces apiece.
She looks back at the other two.
Yeah, the voice is
Fake
like,
customer service tone, Max.
Yep.
Sybil just kind of narrows her eyes.
yeah, the voice is like, that's kind of expensive.
Going right for healing potions these days, you won't get much of a better deal unless you have a direct line to an alchemist.
To find us one of those.
Make friends with an alchemist.
Do you have any friends that are an alchemist? And the voice is just speaking quietly to Sybil.
I mean, I don't know if any of them like make potions. Mostly they make, but uh,
Before you just starts cracking up.
she's gonna ask her local weed dealer.
So Maria's gonna ask, what do I need to do to send the message? Is there someplace I write
Oh,
it down?
well, if you will follow me, I will be giving you a piece of paper to write your message, and it will be sent along to the recipient. And this person shuffles off and leads you to a desk towards the back of the shop. You pass several shelves. It is kind of like again, like a general store. There are things stacked on shelves. Very generic looking things. You see that there are lengths of rope, a small handful of potions that you can't identify at a glance, but they might be healing. You see a handful of weapons, kind of like you're passing in like a sports shop, like you're going past the hunting aisle.
Oh, hey, do they have ammunition, speaking of?
They do.
I'm gonna
Greens or
grab a box.
Okay. Let me double check to see how much that will run you.
Yeah, they have something appropriate.
I mean, yeah, they're gonna have, 1 second. Okay, yeah, they have small, they're bullets of a sort. They're, clearly just kind of general metallic cylinders. You can make them work, though. And the person looks behind as you scoop them up and goes, "Ah, that will be 4 gold for the box of them. The box holds 30 shots."
All right, thank you.
Yeah. And they lead you back to this little desk, and they put a little piece of paper with a quill in front of you, and when you write it down, it will vanish off to the person that you wish it to.
Oh, that's it?
It will be 5 gold to send it, though.
And no limit on the words?
It must fit on this page.
Okay.
So,
She will
small
pay the
writing or short phrase. Alright, you pay the 5 gold, and the person gives you time to write down your message.
Okay.
Sybil and Navori, what are you doing in the meanwhile?
Sybil's just gonna look around and browse like you do when your mom takes you to the supermarket, but you're super bored and you don't really want to follow her because she's having a conversation with someone from the PTA meeting,
That's horrifyingly specific. Okay, yeah.
Always looking at the daggers if there are any.
There is 1 dagger amongst all of the weaponry that are hanging off of shelves. It's a little longer than normal. It's somewhere between a short sword and a knife. It's like a shorter, it's like a short sword and a knife. It would be considered a dagger. Yeah, like a long knife. Or yeah, there's the word I was looking for, dirk. And it has an intricate crescent-shaped pattern etched into the blade, and the hilt has it's like this silver-black crescent that reminds you of the moon, or a moon rather. And Sybil, yeah, you're browsing and you come across the potion shelf. It has about 12 potions in general that are not identifiable upon an easy glance. Um, you're also in the area that has like rope, healers kits, just generalized sort of things.
Is
Um,
there any like just miscellany like when you go and there's like a gotcha machine, like anything just weird?
Make a investigation check.
Okay. Nine.
Not really. Everything looks a little weird because you've never been adventuring before. So
Alright,
um,
well,
the clerk looks up at you, Maria, and well, is that are you finished? I see these other people are looking a little handsy. No offense, they look
Yeah.
like the sorts that might try to run away with things.
They won't
Sybil
if they
looks
know.
down at herself and then over at the clerk and is like, I look great.
She does.
Right
They
then.
won't if they know. Good for them anyway. She does hand over her letter.
Okay. You hand it over, and the clerk folds it in on itself several times before it just kind of vanishes. Is the ammunition the only thing you wish to buy, then?
She'll turn around.
Yeah,
Do we want
Devori's
to
like,
buy?
is there anything special about this here stabber?
Oh, yes, that's a moon-touched dagger. It's not any stronger than your typical stabber, as you say, but when you utter the correct incantation, it emits a soft, silvery glow that's quite pleasant on the eyes.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Do we want to buy a single healing potion?
Well, I mean, if we got the gold for it, then why not, I guess.
Alright. So I'll buy one healing potion out of the party money.
Okay. Yeah, it's 50 gold. You exchange the money, and the person gives you over a small red bubbly vial.
Okay.
Well, if that's all, thank you for shopping with the armory.
Thank you.
Alright,
Stiffest thank you.
Yep.
meanwhile, Kess, Dancer, and Clive, you guys have been lounging about with Tribulation's Edge not paying you much mind, when eventually Benedict comes over to you and, well then, I have a request of you. If you're to join my adventuring party, at least for a time, I would like you to take on some of the duties that we have been given by the sponsor of this adventure.
And there.
Right then, Asim? And Asim slithers around the corner of the wagon where he had been leaning. He looks like the sort that's always leaning on something. And he fishes around and pulls out a small book and holds it out to you. We have been asked to catalog the things that we see and perhaps even do for the menagerie. We have been promised an interesting reward if we capture enough things, but we simply do not wish to do it. You may take it, though, and if you would like, you can turn it in. There is an expectation that something is written down, though.
What exactly are we capturing, you said?
Oh, it's simply, well, a turn of phrase. You will be cataloging, writing down the description of things that you see, places that you see, the things that you do. Consider it an advanced journal.
Everyone just stands in silence.
That's easy enough, actually.
Clive looks over at the other two. Maybe y'all should do that. I don't write so good.
I could do that, yes.
Wonderful. Here you go. And he hands over something to you, and I'm going to put it in your inventory shortly. It's called the Book of Many Things.
Okay.
And it's a small kind of journal. It's not much bigger than, like, your typical writing journal. And it's a plain, pale leather cover with a bunch of blank pages that are seemingly endless. As you flip through them, they never end.
Inner mist is vibrating.
Well,
Uh,
thank you, Silver Dancer.
hmm.
Believe me, we were promised an interesting reward, but quite frankly, none of us like writing. And Benedict goes, "That's not true. I simply am a busy man." And he goes back to standing around.
She like stage whispers to Asim, like, he seems like the type to do poetry and not want to admit it, maybe.
Oh, I can show you his poetry later. It's
Really?
exactly what you would expect.
Wonderful.
I have seen him use the word orbs to describe eyes. Never the word eyes.
No!
Perhaps even crystalline orbs, but never eye. Why is he so... Benedict, why do you not like the word eyes?
Being direct about it.
Benedict looks back and Asim, that is inappropriate. I simply believe that there are more beautiful words to describe the effervescent pools that lead to the soul.
Clive's stuck on the word effervescent. He's like, what does... he doesn't say it, but he's like, what the hell does that mean?
Benedict, that does not mean what you think it means. The eyes do not bubble. I'm not speaking to you anymore, Asim.
Can we just take a moment to acknowledge that he said bubbling eye pools? Your eyes look like a jacuzzi.
Oh, God.
You're welcome. I saw my chance and I took it.
Good.
Son of a bitch.
All right. Sybil, Maria, and Navori, you guys return shortly. Benedict is looking sullenly out into the distance, and Asim is leaning up against the wagon, smirking like he just ate, smirking like a snake that just ate an egg.
Something happened here.
Danger, danger.
Asim just... I like your friend, Silver Dancer. She is very funny.
Pretty great.
We like her too.
Well then, Benedict looks around. Right, if that's all, we will be getting on our way here shortly. Is there anything else that you wish to accomplish before we approach the portal to the Feywild? Is that a no? Fantastic. Let's go.
Yeah.
And he makes a little gesture, and the wagon picks itself up, like the front, I don't know what it's called, where, like, an animal will be tied to it, just picks itself up, and you hear Benedict, what did I tell you of getting wagon moving when I am sleeping? And then the wagon starts trundling off with Benedict proudly walking next to it. And you guys walk for about 5-ish minutes before you come upon a gap within the wall. Well, you've actually walked a little bit past it into what's the beginning of an open field. Looking where you are now, you see that it's just a span of, like, grass that's part of the loop of Sigil where, like, a park would go, but instead it's more like like an unsettled portion of the city. each of these portals, you look down and you see that there are three in particular that are still open in this fashion. They're just kind of various structures with different little bits of landscaping that does not look Sigillian in nature surrounding the portals. And these are very clearly the ones that are kept open, leading to the realms that are part of the Sigillian Empire at this point. Off to the side, though, a little bit further away from the rest of them, you see this glowing green, shimmering thing. Dotted around it are little plants and rocks, looking like a forest more than anything else. Approaching it, the closer you get, the stranger things become almost. You suddenly feel like you're kind of in between places right now, like the veil of some sort is getting thin.
Very bad.
Yeah. When you're standing in front of it, suddenly the landscape behind the portal vanishes, and you just see what looks like forest behind the portal. But when you look off to the side, anytime you're not looking directly at the portal, you see sigil. But when you look directly at the portal, you see this kind of gap. And it looks like this portal, the doorway made out of these kind of giant looping vines twirling into intricate patterns, is more a formality than the actual portal itself. That appears just to be this kind of shapeless hole that leads to what you assume to be the Feywild. And there's not necessarily a guard so much as a floating suit of armor next to the entrance to this. And Benedict approaches it and flashes something to this apparent guard, and it nods. And Benedict turns to look at you guys and, well, is everybody prepared? Have you experienced planar travel before?
Yeah.
I did when I first came here, but that was a while ago now.
I wouldn't remember.
No.
So no, all around, I think. Unless she looks over at Cass.
Cass says nothing.
Staying
Well,
mysterious.
Expect, for those that have not done it before, for those that have, a quick reminder that you will probably experience a moment of nausea, and if you need to vomit, just do it. It's much simpler than trying to retain your pride and dignity. Just vomit that out everywhere and you will feel better. Now then.
Duly
My
noted.
personal motto.
It's Benedict life coach.
Follow me. And Benedict steps through, and you see, like, he doesn't really vanish so much as he keeps walking, and he doesn't stop walking. He just gets kind of smaller as he walks through this portal. Each of you that follow, it feels like you're walking into a pane of glass momentarily. Like something is trying to push you back. But it only takes, like, a fraction of a step before you push through this barrier, and it feels like shattering glass around you. Pretty uncomfortable. And then everything goes white briefly. And one by one, you all do this, following each other. Nope, that's not what I want. There we go. Okay. Cool. Alright.
Do we roll for vomit?
Do you want to? Yeah, actually, everyone roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yes!
Okay. Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, does it make a difference, actually?
Oh no.
Oh, dear.
Alright, so, there's a moment of confusion as your brain really can't comprehend what just happened to you, because there's just this bright light, and the first thing that really hits you is this sense of forest. It's this sudden silence, like a blanket has been dropped over the world, muting everything around you. And you have to blink a few times to really clear your head and clear your vision. And Clive and Kess, you both feel really nauseous. The rest of you guys feel disoriented, but just a little confused. As you guys stand there, blinking heavily to clear away whatever it is that had clouded your eyes, life begins anew around you. Suddenly, the sound of the forest comes alive. You can't identify any of these individual noises, but it's life of some sort. Maybe it's chirping birds, or crickets, or, various wildlife walking through the leaves around you. But whatever it is, it makes it clear that you are in a living place. Looking up above you, you are surrounded by trees that have grown completely unfettered by civilization. Nothing has ever stopped their growth, so they reach higher and higher until they scrape the sky itself. But you're not able to see any traces of blue in the sky. The canopy is so thick and the leaves intertwined that everything around you actually has a greenish tint to it, as whatever passes for the sun can only shine through the leaves. There's no immediate path before you. You just see trees and various plant life kind of surrounding you. Looking behind you, you see the portals behind you. You could easily just turn and walk right back into Sigil. There's nothing stopping or in your way. Again, Clive and Cass, you feel pretty sick to your stomach. Little bit of spit dribbles out of the corner of your mouth like it does when you're on the verge, but you're like, no, not yet. Not today, Satan.
Cass is gonna fucking swallow that. She is not throwing up.
Not in front of the feet. She has to look cool and mysterious in front of everyone.
All right.
Do you remember what Benedict told you?
No.
Cass,
If she throws up, that's going to alter the perception of of her.
Cass, you
There's two
swallow.
timelines.
In front of the children.
You suffer in silence, swallowing.
It's fine.
Just. Boone has this. Bleh.
Oh no!
Boone's a dog. He doesn't care.
Yeah, Boone has just kind of like walked off to the side and opened his mouth, and vomit just fell out.
Underneath the grass, probably.
Yeah.
Boone Clive leans down and pulls his water skin and sort of slowly pours some out so Boone can get a bit of it.
Okay. Tribulation's Edge as a whole just kind of looks back at you and, is everybody okay then? I see everybody made it through all right. Nobody got phased. Wonderful.
I'm peachy.
Fantastic. Yes, it is quite weird coming to and from the sanctioned plains.
I haven't been in the forest in a long time.
Well, welcome to the main forest. This is... Well, it's... I wish Oglop could explain it to you because he is beautiful with describing nature. Oglop looks at you, Sybil, and just... I do not like explaining nature to this man. He talk too much, not understand.
Yeah.
Sybil nods once in solidarity, he's...
Yeah. Navori nods too. She still doesn't realize.
After the initial nausea and confusion wears off, Clive immediately looks way more comfortable and just happier in general to be in a forest as compared to the city.
I have a question.
Uh-huh.
Do forests even exist in Sigil, or is this just the first time Sybil has ever seen more than one tree?
There are parks in Sigil, which small woods rather. It's it's like the sort of woods that exists behind two houses. The woods that you could walk between that's maybe half a mile wide. This is the only time you've ever been somewhere where you cannot see anything other than trees and plant life.
Okay.
Asim looks at you guys and... Yes, the Feywild is simply a mirror of of another world. It is a place that is quite dangerous, but, well, it's quite similar to Eos, where I am from. A mirror of it. It is, well, it is where life has begun and will always be. I do recommend that we travel swiftly. It will be some time before we reach Malkiel, the Sealy City. We do plan on, well, we move quickly, but not too quickly. It is bad to move hastily within this realm. Benedict just chimes in with, yes, we will be maintaining a steady pace.
You know, I forgot to ask, what is it you're doing here anyway? What's your expedition all about?
Yes, you lot were not present for the quest that we reassigned to you. We initially came to document, well, anything that could be documented here within the Feywild. The Menagerie requested that the adventurers go forth and write down the creatures that are seen, the locations, the descriptions of the trees, everything. We don't want to do it, quite simply, and Asim just... He does not like writing anything that is not poetry. Asim, shut up!
Cass looks at Dancer.
Dancer waggles the book in her hand.
And she says, make sure to note the trees are tall.
Oh, I have already, and they're green, and the sunlight barely trickles through like dappled gold upon them. What would you say, Benedict?
Dappled gold upon a field of sweeping wheat where galloping horses roam freely.
I don't
I'm
don't see
sorry
no
I
horses.
said anything.
These trees are kind of packed close together.
Yeah, they probably have a hard time in there, actually.
Yeah. Horses are magnificent creatures that are capable of feats that we could never imagine.
I grew up around
right.
a lot of horses. I mean, they're I guess they're impressive.
Thank you, Clive.
I heard their legs are actually fingers.
What?
I
Anyway,
heard that's the main
anyway.
venom. People inject poison into horses and then drink blood.
Oh, that's actually how healing potions are made.
What?
Yeah, it's
Fun
true.
fact
Learned
that.
in school.
Yes, you take the concentrated essence of the most poisonous animals, depending on, well, what sort of potion you're looking for, and you inject this venom into a creature that naturally heals. And
A horse?
horses naturally heal some injuries, be it typically venom of some sort. And then you extract that blood and do a number of things that I have simply not bothered to understand. He's too stupid. 'Cause, Asim, what did I say?
Navori, I know it sounds far-fetched, but if you ever look into the eyes of a horse, you will understand the pure, raw power that they possess.
I mean... Okay. I'll remember that.
Side note, that's how anti-venom is legitimately made.
Yep.
Jesus.
They put poison inside of a horse, then steal its power blood.
It's just because horses are really fucking durable animals.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Despite having fingers for feet.
We can't be good at everything.
Jesus.
Yeah, then they take over the world.
Yeah.
Horse overlord.
Well, yes,
Does
we
that
will be
mean- does that
making.
mean centaurs are the perfect creature?
Oh,
We don't want to get into that.
Shut up.
oh god.
Wait, no. Because cats
Women.
and cats and horses. And you have the
Anyway,
I need to take another nap. I need to lay back down.
Oh my god.
The beauty of this is, like, I can just lay down. So whenever I say that, just assume that I actually do go lay down briefly.
Okay,
Um,
take your word on that.
yeah. Lost my train of
Wait.
thought.
Hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Azamar are immune to disease.
Yeah.
Does that mean they could do that to Azamar too?
For diseases,
For
maybe.
diseases?
I mean, diseases typically don't use the same Maybe. You don't know. You've never had it tried.
Diseases are not like antivenom.
Yeah. Penicillin is... I mean, pray that you never have to find out.
Oh god.
Okay. Maybe this is why they can lay on hands and cure disease.
Jesus.
Ah, goth kids. Okay. Ooh, lost my train of thought for a little bit there.
They were talking about the.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That is the initial goal, is to write these things down, but we also aim to head to Malkiel to do a bit of, diplomatic duties that we are not at liberty to speak of. Rest assured, it is on business of the menagerie.
Alright, well, we're not supposed to talk to anyone anyway, so. Even though
We
we're
have
not
things to do here too, though.
Yeah, but
Well,
where do we even fucking go?
once we get to Malkiel, you are free to do as you will.
Oh boy.
I mean, didn't that guy just say we could? Or didn't Chris say we could just say his name and you know, show up?
Yeah,
I
let's
mean,
not do that right now.
Say whose name?
No one.
Let's not.
Oh,
Maybe you'll meet him when we get to where Malco.
It's for the best that no
Well,
one. who doesn't
Malkiel,
meet-
the city of the Sealy Court. It is where the good Fae make their home. It's a beautiful city built into the side of a waterfall, if you would believe it.
Well, I don't know if I want to call the other Fae evil. I don't know anything about them.
They are a debaucherous sort that engage in all sorts of lewd and uncouth behaviors. They are no good.
Did they swear or not?
Now, are we to be off? Have you any more questions that I care to answer?
I mean, I figure we could can we talk and walk in, or is that a bad idea?
Oh, we can talk and walk. We will be moving for another few hours before stopping for the night. Well, you'll see, it doesn't quite become night. If it does, we are going in the wrong direction, off to the swearing Fae. But we will have to sleep for a time. Now, let us be off, comrades. And he just starts marching, and the wagon gives a little jolt, and you hear, "Hey!" And Oglop just kind of trundles along, and Asim looks over his shoulder at you guys and shrugs before walking on.
I'm sorry, Max. Whenever you say Oglop, it just makes me think of the little bugs from Final Fantasy.
I forgot about those. Yes.
Yeah, those are called Oglop.
Yeah, they are. Alright, yeah, they've just begun walking. You guys gonna fall in behind them?
Yeah.
Okay.
As they're going, Navari kind of holds on to her weird little holy symbol and tries to get a sense of if her deity was able to follow her here.
Make a religion check.
Okay. Where is the thing? Here is the thing.
Ooh.
Whole 4.
You can't determine whether or not. You don't feel anything negative, but you can't commune with anything right now.
Okay. It's like, well, let's try later.
But you guys continue walking through this large forest. As you walk, it continues to look like a forest to the degree that it's so familiar that you're not sure if you're going anywhere, really. You look and you're like, we just passed a tree. Like, we're passing trees. Behind some of the trees off to the distance, you can see strange plant growths that look distinctly different than anything that you've seen in Sigil or otherwise. But they're not they're not in the direction that you're going. And you guys walk for quite a bit, passing, again, a lot of trees. Once or twice you come near a stream of some sort. It doesn't look like water flowing. It's this weird greenish color that looks almost solid.
It's Jello.
You can figure out what it is if you'd like.
I would.
All right, Mari, you gonna go taste it?
She's just gonna stick her hand in it because it looks weird.
Okay.
She's gonna taste it like she's Connor from Detroit Become Human.
All right, you head off to the side a little bit, and you have to trundle through like knee-high plants, pushing aside some bushes. You hear giggling off in the distance that's a little unnerving.
No.
And you
Poor
bend down a
Mari.
little bit to put your hand in the river of some sort, and it does feel kind of thick and viscous around your fingers. It's not watery. It's clearly flowing, though. There's like a current to it. It feels kind of oozy.
Mario, what are you touching?
I think I'm touching a river, but I'm not sure.
Oh, I want to see this.
Well, Sybil's gonna walk up too, and she's gonna be like, well, isn't anything that's just kind of flowing through the ground a river? Like, you have like a river of lava or a river of tomato soup. Like, anything's a river if it's determined enough.
That's fair. I'm not sure if I
Mari's
want to
gonna touch
know.
it, too.
Clive's not entirely sure if that's how that works, but he's not going to say anything.
So is anyone else touching it or tasting it or?
Navori, she's totally touching it.
Okay. Yeah, it feels kind of thick and viscous. Not like
Slime.
Jello. Yeah, it's like flowing slime.
Navori like tries to sort of move her hand up, like not pick it up exactly, but sort of see if it will go hand, kind of, or if it like sticks or.
I mean, it comes with your hand like water would.
Is it Nickelodeon gag?
No, it is thinner than that.
Okay.
To give you an idea of the consistency, it's like not yet completely solidified Jello.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, my curiosity is satisfied.
Yeah, Navori's like she's looks like she's sort of debating if she wants to like pick it up
Don't
and
lick
eat
it.
it.
Don't.
Don't put it in your mouth. Don't put anything you don't know about in your mouth.
Yeah. It might like talk to me or something.
Well, why don't you just talk to it as
We're not
you
supposed
are?
to talk to
Yeah,
anything.
you're right. So why would you eat it in the hopes that it talks to you?
I mean, that's not what I meant. Navori puts it back.
When they said don't talk to anything, I ain't entirely sure that's what they meant.
I mean, maybe. Anyway. Navori just comes back and like she doesn't.
Sybil looks at Silver Dancer and she's like, "Are you getting all this? Because this is science."
Maria just holds up her slimy hand for her.
Come what does it feel like?
Slimy.
Slimy. She scratches that down, adds some extra notes
Like
to
a
make it
bunch
pretty.
of
I
like
would just like to
melted
point out we spent the
slugs.
last 10 minutes talking about slime.
I love Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah.
You guys have been
When
left
we've been
behind a
walking-
little bit, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah, Clive
Cass
didn't
is
stay
staying.
behind. Yeah, Clive's with the group. He didn't
Okay.
stop.
Yeah, you guys you're within eyesight still. But it'd take a little bit of jogging to catch back up.
All right, we need to.
Yeah, be
Navori
on
just
our
kind
way.
of gestures and starts running.
Yeah, let's go.
Maria just stretches her legs a little bit. She's tall.
Okay. You guys managed to catch up. The group isn't moving terribly fast. They are moving with purpose, though.
Then they're
Benedict
going.
looks over his shoulder and Oh, you have strayed. Well, I hope you didn't agree to any pacts of any sort, because that would be bad, and we would have to abandon you.
Oh, well, we didn't talk to anything.
Wonderful.
We assessed the river for the menagerie.
Ah, well, I'm glad to see you are taking this very seriously.
Incredibly.
Wonderful. Now, let us continue on. What's up?
When they're walking, Navori's totally, like, shooting the shit with the seam about, like, sneaky shit.
Okay, he is appropriately shitty.
Wait, I have a question, and it's kind of irrelevant, but I need to know for later.
Mm-hmm.
What is his aesthetic?
Trying to think of a term for it.
Also, is he as tall or taller than Navori?
He's about 6 foot even.
Oh god, so he's a lot taller.
Yeah.
Everyone in this party is taller than Navori.
Yeah, I was curious because he seemed really short compared to Cass, but that doesn't mean anything. So
He's like 7 feet tall.
Yeah.
Mountains are short compared to cats.
His aesthetic is suppressed extra.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he's roguish, for lack of a better term.
okay, but is he wearing all white to match his, everything else?
He's wearing a mix of like white and cream colors. They're all very complementary to what his skin is. And he's very clearly albino.
Yeah. Navori's like the fucking opposite of him. She's like gray with dark hair.
Yeah. He looks like the sort to have like 6 knives hidden on him at any given time.
Yeah, that's totally... Navori's like, that's what she's talking to him about. She's like, how many knives you got? Because I know you got more than 5.
He does a little trick, and like, he flicks his wrist and a knife comes out, flicks his other wrist and a knife comes out, kicks his foot, and like a knife comes out of the toe of his boot. He does a little like twirl, and he's holding 3 knives. He puts on a little show of knives for you. He's got a lot of knives.
I want to be able to do that sometime, and I got a few.
Oh, well, life goals.
Yeah, she's just getting him to like do little sneaks and stuff to see if she can find him behind things, just stupid shit.
Okay. He indulges you.
While this is going on, Sybil's just gonna like look at her ring and then look at that gaudy heart-shaped stone that Oberon got her and just, see if there's like anything going on with them.
What do you mean?
Like just if like the stone looks any different, like
Make an investigation check then.
oh, I love bombing my rolls. 14.
It's like pulsing with a heartbeat almost. It's very subtle, and it's not actually like beating, but it's like there's a warmth that's pulsing in your hand with it.
Okay.
The rest of you guys doing anything in particular?
Has Mari ever been here before, or does she just not remember?
She doesn't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Clive's just following along while, like, taking in the sights.
Okay.
Yeah, dance or two, but if there was ever a point tieflings were doing their sneaky sneaks, she might have been, like, fucking Asim about where he used to live in Aos and kind of just have a feelsy talk about home.
Okay. He tells you he's from a desert town by the name of Akash. And it is in the southern desert region of Aos. The desert itself is called the Expanse. And you know that it is the home of several races. Tieflings in particular have settlements around there. Humans too. And there's a whole bunch of mythology, and you know vaguely of a lot of wars and combat that had happened down there, but you don't know anything in particular. But yeah, he just tells you about his little hometown of Akash.
She'd trade stories about her home too.
Okay. Cass, you doing anything?
Walking.
Okay. Um.
Looming walk.
All right. Yeah. As you
Bringing up
guys
the rear to make sure no one's left behind, except, when people are idiots.
make a perception check.
4.
Proceed for idiots.
Okay.
Man, I can't wait until next level when she has proficiency with this.
Yeah. You keep an eye out. Bringing up the rear and don't notice anything too out of the ordinary, at least for here. As you guys walk, you start passing over little bridges of sorts that they're not built so much as they seem like they were coaxed out of the wood to form these like bent structures for you to walk over. You head over one of these, over a small pit that you can't see the bottom of, even when you look down and give it a nice hard look. You continue to pass through the forest, through these large trees, and eventually you do come upon a path of sorts. It's the foliage is cut back a little bit to make room, and there are clear footprints and the sort of flattened ground that comes along with traveling. And Benedict looks back at you guys. Well, we will be calling for rest shortly. There's a small clearing up ahead that we have rested in before. It is safe, relatively speaking, as safe as things get here. And you guys proceed into this little clearing. It takes you about 15 more minutes of walking to get there. Sorry. Yeah, so you get to this little clearing, and it's like a little clearing. There's a small gap in the trees where there are a number of stumps on little upraised little hills, almost, that surround a small pit area where there's the remains of a campfire, openly obvious. And he just stops and goes, "Ah, wonderful. I see that we are finding the spot unattended. Fantastic. This is a known resting point for adventurers. Travelers in general. We should be safe here for the night. And just for your information, we will be casting a dimming spell upon the area. Or rather, we won't, but one will take effect. It should not affect you much. It simply allows for an easier sleep for those of us that need the quiet darkness to take rest."
Well, I suppose I'll take first watch once we all settle down.
Wonderful. We can offer you a tent for the evening if you would like. The rest of us, we will be resting off to the side. I presume you would like your privacy.
I'm good without the
Yes,
tent.
shrugs.
I like being able to see the sky when I sleep.
Very well.
Not that you can here.
Well, you know.
Yeah,
A
I'm not
matter
in
of
the forest
speaking.
for a while. I'm gonna take advantage of it when I can.
Well, sounds good to me. Rest well, then. And he takes the wagon off to the side and leaves you guys to this little clearing with the campfire in the center of these little... They're like kind of little cliffs, but not really. They're not too high. You do see that they set up camp relatively nearby, kind of at the edge of the tree line, taking a more like experienced watch role, letting you guys have the open area to actually be able to keep a better lookout, whereas, they're facing the forest, where if anything was coming at them from there, it would be more difficult to take care of. It's the first sign that you've seen that they know they can take care of their shit, and they're not too sure about you guys.
Fair.
Yeah.
As he said, you guys approach, and it does dim just a little bit. It's not too much; it doesn't really impede your sight, but it's like on a nice bright day when a cloud passes in front of the sun. It's sort of like that, but it stays there.
Okay.
And yeah, the little fire in the campfire area kind of flickers to life and bursts up into flames.
Navori's gonna sense for her god again.
Okay, make a religion check.
Or going to bed or whatever. A whole 6!
It's still...
She's doing good with this.
Yeah, it's still a little hard to kind of get a bead on these things.
I'm just like, well, whatever.
1 second. Sorry, no, I mean, keep going. I just need a second to do something.
Okay. Well,
Clive's gonna find, a good spot where he can clearly see most of the camp, at least, and set up, a perch for him to start watching.
Okay.
You might climb up into a tree.
fair. Navori's gonna try to find, a little place where she can, curl up and be kind of hidden. I don't know, next to with her back to a cliff or, something like that.
Okay.
Where she's got some sort of cover, not just, laying in the middle of everything.
Okay. Sorry, my thing is... My phone is dying and I need it for notes.
Oh no.
Yeah, and my plug is on the other side of my bedroom, so I have to bring it over to my computer so I can actually, see it.
So,
Plugs in his. Sybil's gonna just awkwardly look around and then just start taking off her makeup. like when you are first in a relationship with someone, well shit, they're gonna see me without my face on.
Okay, what's Cass doing?
she unrolls her bedroll, nearish the fire in the middle of everything, and she doesn't even fucking take off her armor. She just lays the fuck down.
Does she? Okay, but does she lay on her back with her hands folded over her chest, just staring straight up?
Yep.
Like a corpse?
Yes!
Well. Cancer takes some time to write in the book of many things, and then she has her own little book too that she writes some stuff down, but she gets some sleep and she'll offer up lunch later.
Wake me if I've told watch, she says, and then goes to sleep.
Sybil looks like she wanted to ask a question, her mouth was open and one finger was raised. She was midway through, wiping off a streak of black on her face, but, Kess looks like she's out, so she just turns
how
to
can
Nate.
you tell, though?
You can't tell.
She's completely motionless.
Yeah, she just stopped moving.
Usual?
Cass she turns off for a little bit.
You just don't know if she's actually just
This is
awake.
the first time anyone has seen her, sleep.
Suspend mode.
Yeah. Yeah, Navori's if you need anyone else to watch, you can always get me up, I suppose.
Maria, you've fallen asleep too?
She's gonna take second watch, but yes, no, she's gonna stay up.
Okay.
No, she's gonna stay up all the way through second watch, and then she'll sleep for like 2 hours for third watch.
Oh my god.
Okay, I need Clive and Maria to make perception checks then.
Okay. One day I will remember what my perception is without having to look.
Maria's
You, though.
this.
Maria's good at staring at things.
That's true.
Good thing she is.
In fact,
Oh.
Okay. So you both just kind of...
Oh, wait. This counts as a forest, right?
Yes.
I need to check. What is...
Oh, is this like favored terrain for you? Or...
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Oh, okay, it just means my proficiency bonus is doubled.
Okay.
So I have a plus 10 to perception while we're in a forest instead of 5.
Okay. So it's 17. You guys sit like... Clive, you're like a little half awake. You're used to taking watches. You're pretty efficient at taking that, like, you know, you're aware but not exhausting yourself out by staying awake sort of watch. Boone is curled up underneath a tree. Are you in the tree or underneath it?
Yeah, Clive kind of like probably climbed up onto the lowest, like, big branch he could sit on.
Okay. Then yeah, you're just kind of relaxing. The area around you grows a bit dimmer, but you just kind of chalk that up to time passing, as best as time could here. Maria, you also don't really notice much other than the light dimming a little bit. The first watch comes and goes without incident. Maria, you're the only one up for second watch?
I think so.
Sybil will fucking get up and do second watch so that she feels like she's important.
Okay. Clive, you notice that they're getting up. You notice Maria's still awake, and you see Sybil stir. So you know that your watch is able to end. Do you just sleep in your tree?
Yep, he falls asleep wherever he is.
Okay.
He just wraps himself up in his cloak and falls asleep.
Sybil and Maria, perception checks.
Oh, it's a good thing I have a -1. This is her participation.
Oh no!
16.
Well,
Hey,
Maria, you lose yourself in your weird thoughts that you have sometimes. Yeah. Sybil, you actually notice that the area around you suddenly grows dark. The only light that you can see is the light of the flickering light of the campfire that extends out just enough. But otherwise, it is like nighttime dark around here. You
Is
hear...
the other party...
Huh?
Party awake?
Maria is the only other one awake. You hear sounds coming from around you, like chittering and little soft voices. What do you do?
Sybil's just gonna put her hands on Maria's shoulder and be like, "Do you hear that?"
she will snap out of her thoughts.
Alright, with it pointed out to you, you definitely hear something close to you, and you absolutely notice the darkness.
I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Alright, well, we were told not to speak to anything, so maybe I should just go wake up Benedict? Maybe this is normal, I don't really know.
I don't think it hurts to be cautious. Let's wake Benedict.
Yeah, so Sybil goes up and she just leans kind of close to Benedict.
He's not that
And
close.
No, she goes to
Okay,
Benedict.
well
where he
then.
is.
Well then, when you get up to do that, I need, or no, I don't need you to do shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh dear.
What's your AC?
Oh no!
What is my AC? Good question. My AC is 12.
Okay. As you get up and move away from the campfire into the darkness, you feel a club come up and just smack you in the back of the head, and you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh.
Sybil says very loudly, "Mother bitch!"
Maria.
Well, that probably woke Clive up.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
guessing that woke everyone up.
Yeah.
Maria. Alright. You are sitting there, and you hear the of arrows come down and settle next to you. Well, not settle, they fire into the ground next to you. And you hear, like, the chittering and little curses. Like, some things cursing in a language you don't speak.
Is it Faye?
Yes.
Hear it?
Yeah, you can hear it.
What are they saying?
They are saying, take them captive. I need everyone to roll for initiative.
Okay, how much
Oh,
damage did I take, by the way?
10.
10.
Okay. I love taking 10 damage. I'm so fragile.
I need you guys to place yourself where you are. Sybil, you are up over here, though.
I didn't know they were that far away.
Yeah, they're at the tree line.
I didn't realize that.
Yep.
What fuck is my initiative roll? Is it plus dexterity?
Mm-hmm.
Dexterity. Right,
I'm
okay.
gonna need a token for boon methods.
Oh, right. Give me 1 second.
Dog token. I got a 9. Ew.
I mean, wait, same. So we gotta do a roll thing.
Roll.
We will get
Hey!
a nice
Perfect.
custom doggy token for Boone soon. Or something, I'm sure. For now, though, you get this.
That works. Oh god, he's gone.
Oh
There
no.
you go.
He ran.
There you go.
I cannot see him. In the darkness. Where would Clive be, by the way?
They're both over there. I think.
Yeah. You are, where you are is like, you are in a tree over where your token is right now.
Okay, there's 0 light where it is on my screen, so I can't see anything below me.
Right, can you see, like, the fire in the middle?
Yeah, I just
Okay.
can't see anything else.
Yeah, that's correct. I don't know why you can't see Boone, though. Hold on.
I can now.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you are in a tree in complete darkness up where you are. The
I
only...
like that Kess is sideways.
Yeah.
Lay down.
Okay, so, alright, 25 to 20.
22 for me.
Alright. 19 to 15.
I had 18.
Oh, I also had 18.
Alright, yeah, you two roll off. Alright, so Clive and Maria. Ooh, okay. 14 to 10.
11.
Okay. 9 to 5.
It's Sybil and then Nave.
Yep.
Would you
Both
roll,
got
Sybil?
9.
Okay.
Yeah, we both got 9s, but we had to roll off.
Sorry, 1 second.
I feel like we get
Okay.
more double initiative rolls in this party than we ever did in the first campaign.
Yeah.
Alright, Dancer, the sound of Sybil getting clocked in the back of the head wakes you.
Mm-hmm.
You two hear the quiet whispering around you. What do you do?
I have a question. Is Sylvan the same as Faye? For languages?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sylvan is the Fey language.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. Well, she could hear that too.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you heard take them captive.
All right. She's gonna get up and see who else needs waking.
Okay. Yeah, you see, Kess is starting to stir, and you see Navori is starting to stir as well.
All right, up. Let's not get ourselves stolen away in the night now. And she's gonna, as long as it's not an action, like take a look around to see if she can gauge where the voices are coming from.
That would be an action.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'll do that.
Okay, make a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Oh.
Okay, you hear several voices coming from two angles. You hear them coming from this general direction and this general direction.
Okay.
Do you want to take any movement?
Not at the moment. She's going to stay close to the party, but...
Okay. Alright, this guy... 1 second, actually. Shit.
Are you struggling?
Kinda. Things are breaking as they do. Okay, cool, this only shows up for me. I'm trying new things and they always break as they do, so you know. And of course they only break like when I'm actually starting to use them.
Technical difficulties need to happen.
Yep, especially when I hit F12 in this window. And it's just like, oh, you wanted to bring up the console that you actually can't do anything with? It's like, no, not really. Okay, there we go. My stuff is working now. Okay, Sybil. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
You are going,
I'm going down.
and you feel an arrow dig into your calf, and you take 1 point of piercing damage.
Really? Really?
Clive, you're up.
How big are the arrows?
Not very big.
Is it like a little toothpick? Just...
No.
So from his perch, can Clive see anything?
You can make a perception check. This would not be an action for you since you are, like, up.
It's not be.
Yeah.
You're cutting out.
Oh, great. I wouldn't call this an action for you, since you're not, like, trying to investigate. I don't think you're just trying to get, like, a bearing on where you are, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
free.
Let me look at my. Okay, yeah, it still counts.
Okay, yeah, you get the sense that... You hear, Sybil cry out in pain, and you hear Dancer say something in the center near the fire, and you immediately kind of get the sense that the campfire is almost surrounded by a myriad of creatures that look like they are about to pounce. That's all you can... You can only really see your friends with just a normal action like that, but you can also see, like, shadows moving around.
Yeah. So I can't like. I can't actually see these up here, right?
If you can physically see them, Clive can see them.
Okay.
Yeah, the way this always works if you can see them on the board, your character can see them.
Okay.
You can do anything?
Yeah. First, Clive's gonna quickly whistle to Boone.
Okay, Boone perks
And
up.
He's gonna direct Boone, and Boone's gonna scurry off over to the camp to check on everyone.
Okay.
Boone is like barking, by the way. He's like barking and yowling as he goes to make a lot of noise and wake people up.
Okay, make an intimidation roll.
Okay. I have no. Hang on. Shit. I still need to make a fucking proper character sheet for him. 1 sec.
It's cool. The joys of having people not with dark vision and not having an elf.
Fuck
Intimidation is charisma, right?
Yes. At least in this instance, it's definitely charisma.
Okay.
I'm gonna steal a rule from Critical Role and say that, like, if you're trying to be, like, physically imposing or, like, grabbing someone by the scruff, anything that would be, like, physically intimidating, you can use charisma for that. Or not charisma, you can use strength for intimidation with that, but, you know, if you're trying to use something like this, it would be charisma. Okay. Boone's barking. You all hear, like, things skittering back a little bit at Boone's loud barking. Is that your turn?
No, that doesn't actually require an action to move
Right.
my pet. So Clive he's got his crossbow out now.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take a shot at whatever that is.
Okay. Give me an attack roll. Nice. Alright. Your crossbow bolt flits through the air and strikes whatever that is in the shoulder. And you hear a loud cry of pain that kind of tapers off into, like, a goat-like noise. Roll damage.
Shooting goats.
Nice. Okay. 10 damage. Alright. Is that your turn now?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Maria, you're up.
Okay, let's see here. I think she's gonna squint and take a pot shot at that same thing Clive did.
Okay. Attack roll. Nice. Yeah, once again, you crack off a shot and the sound echoes throughout the forest, and whatever it is lets out a loud bleeding cry of pain. Give me damage. Nice. Okay. Is that it?
Yes, that is it.
Okay. Something hops off of this little cliff and comes over to you, Cass. And is gonna try and hit you with a club. And it misses. Rolled a 2. It raises this strange stick in the air and tries to bring it down, but it catches a look of your helm, and it just distracts this thing just enough to, like, just completely throw it off. And now it's your turn. Cass.
So she's basically gonna come up swinging, and she's gonna, like, fucking punt this thing.
Okay.
She's not wearing her shield. She's
Okay.
just two-handing her warhammer.
All right. Nice. Yeah, you come up like with a golf swing. Roll damage.
I hope one day she hits something so hard it flies away, Team Rocket style.
Yes. Or
Believe
like
me,
that,
if I ever get to take a feat,
like that one image with
Damn.
Aaron hitting that big slug thing.
Yeah. You come up and hit it with this golf swing, and there's this weird, like, wood-like crunching noise as you hear, like, a feminine yelp from this creature.
alright, and she's also gonna hunter's mark it.
Okay. What symbol would you like your hunter's mark to be? We have death symbol, weird face, strange heart, bacon, snail,
Right.
lightning,
I have magic.
a wrench.
Shit, I forgot that I had magic.
Um,
I too have Hunter's Mark.
actually, you know what? Actually, no. That should be the ranger one. There you go. How's that for you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, yeah, you utter just this quiet word, and it shudders, and suddenly you gain some knowledge of it. Sybil.
Yeah, that's me.
Mhm.
Sybil is going to. I'll tell you what. How far can I move again?
30 feet.
30 feet.
Oh, Cass is right side up now.
Sybil is gonna just mosey on back to the fucking fire. Where it's not safe, but she feels a sense of safety. And then she's gonna cast Fairy Fire. Out from herself, and that extends 60. So.
Give me 1
Big old
second.
circle.
And everything within it has to make reflex saving throws or become illuminated.
Oh, good.
Yeah, hold on. I
Boy,
need
it's
to
stealth now.
I need to read this specific thing for this so I know exactly what I need to do.
Wait, she casted it on herself?
It's a 20-foot
She
cube.
cast it out from. Well, no, it says range area 16 feet.
See, you choose an area 60 feet, and then you have a 20-foot cube that you basically drop that on.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, let me figure out what fucking area I want to drop it. Then I read it wrong.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that you don't want to drop that on the group.
Well, she's not gonna drop it on the group. I feel like
You
right around here. I feel like I don't trust this, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel like there's something behind us.
Let me find the effect that I want for this. Where the fuck is it? I had it. It was on the map earlier, and I just didn't... Ignore my angry muttering.
Keep going.
Where the fuck is this? Ugh. I need to soon, probably between this and next time, get a small list of spells like this, so I just have these markers handy. Okay, give me the spot again.
Like fucking in this area, darkness.
Alright. There it is.
I can't even see where you're.
Nope, that's bigger than that. I think that's about 20 feet. Yeah. Alright. Give me a second. This is a 10-foot, or anything in this has to make a 10-foot. Okay. You do that, and let's move that there. Right there, actually. Alright, you do that,
That was a
and...
20 foot. Oh no, okay, it sheds it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. You see, yeah, suddenly you see this, satyr glow with this dim light that, actually, that's too bright. There we go. That should be better. Yeah. Yeah. There's like this dim light that glows off of the satyr, and it spills onto other creatures nearby. And it lets out a pretty angry-sounding bleat.
I see you, bitches, she says in Sylvan.
Sybil, please. Okay.
Benedict doesn't have to know.
Benedict doesn't know.
Alright, this, though, something's gonna hop down from here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna come over here right next to you, Kess and Sybil. And,
Alright, does Kess get an opportunity attack?
I mean, no,
Does Sybil get an
technically,
opportunity?
because it moved 1, 2... It technically moved, like, it's engaging you two. It moved through the square of its ally, and it's attacking you, Kess. It didn't move past you, basically. Like, it went from up here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It moved around you. That doesn't impose opportunity.
But
The square of its ally is right in melee with her.
yeah,
I'm confused. Sorry, what?
Like,
but it's in melee with Kess. Kess
But
is
it
right
didn't move
next to
out
its
of-
Yeah, it didn't move out of melee.
Opportunity out of-
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it moved into melee. It didn't move out.
Okay.
Yeah, it moved into melee and then shifted. Which I believe that shouldn't provoke opportunity.
shifting isn't a thing in 5e, is it?
Well, I mean, like,
That's a thing in 4e.
it didn't shift so much as it just...
I
It
thought
moved...
To provoke an opportunity attack, you have to move out.
Yeah, you have to
Yeah,
move
that's
out,
what
not
it's called.
towards. Yeah. Because it didn't move past you, it moved past its ally towards you, kind
Like,
of thing.
You're still in melee with it, so it
It
didn't.
never left melee range.
Yeah. So, it's gonna take a swing at you, Kess.
Sure.
And miss. It got a 1. Fucking...
Alright.
I can't hit you! Yeah, the strange club lifts again, and it
Yeah.
whistles as it, like, swings through the air, but you just menace it with a look.
Kess over here, like, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
No, she's just standing there and scaring things.
Yeah. Yeah.
They all
Um,
feel the judgment.
Yeah. Alright, Navori, your turn.
Okay, alright. So, Navori, like, she sort of gets up and kind of crouches where she is for a sec, because she just heard Sybil screaming, and then Sybil came back, and she's like, what the fuck? But now that she's here, she can see that she's, like, she's probably got, like, an arrow in her leg, and not looking great. Navori is going to... She's going to cast Bless on... Let's see. She's at 2nd level. Well, at first she's just like, well, I guess we're gonna see if you're here or not now, aren't we? And, she's gonna try to bless... Let's see, how many can she... 3 plus... So... She's gonna be selfless, why not? She's gonna bless, Kess, Sybil, Maria, and Dancer. So,
Wow, nice.
all you guys, you get whenever you make an attack roll or a saving throw, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw. And
Damn.
that lasts for a
Hell yeah.
minute. So, you get
Nice.
that for a minute.
Alright.
And as a bonus action, she's gonna healing word Sybil.
Alright, roll for heal.
Yeah. Let's see, 1d4 plus. A whole 4.
That's still better than what I have.
Alright. With that done.
Also, like, since she's gonna move. Can she move still?
Yeah.
I have a question. Did she hear anything coming from the direction?
You would have to make a perception check.
Oh, she probably can't do that though, can she?
Nope.
Okay, so what she's gonna do, regardless, is now that she's done her shit, she's gonna. Well, now she can see as she's going up here, so she's gonna come up here and get behind the tree.
Okay. So, The other thing moved a little bit, but didn't engage anybody. Where's this thing? This is going to head 1, 2, 3, and is gonna take a shot at you, Dancer.
Okay.
What's your AC?
14.
Ah, it matches, so, that hits. Okay, you take 3 points of piercing damage as an arrow sails through the air and catches your fur and tears out a chunk. Another one is going to come over here and... Oh, god damn it. Actually, is this the one that already did it? Yeah. Alright, that one doesn't care, so it's just gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna come over to here and shoot at you, Navori. But you actually... Actually, I would have moved here. So you have partial cover, which I believe gives it disadvantage on this. It misses either way.
Hey.
Yeah, it tries to flick a shot of its arrow at you, and it misses. This thing is going to, and actually, wait, it's going to disappear into a tree and come out here. And spend the rest of its movement to go there. Alright, back around to Dancer.
Okay, well, she's gonna do a little trade for trade blow and, charge up to the guy that took a shot at her, and, no quarterstaff yet, but just some, cat claw strikes.
Alright. Slap him silly.
Slap him. Cat slapping.
Pap, pap, pap.
The paps. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, that totally
20
hits.
Jesus. Okay, cool. And...
Alright.
Good job, Coral.
You gonna take your bonus on your second attack?
Oh yes, bonus key point, another blow. I'm so sorry, I need to go read.
You don't have
that
to spend a key point for the second attack. Spending a key point
Oh.
would give you 2 more.
Oh no, okay, yeah, just the bonus attack then. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, as a monk, you get to basically double attack whenever you take an unarmed or monk weapon strike.
Oh, sweet. 10.
That one misses though.
Okay.
So yeah, you pap it in the face once, and it bleats, and you are unable to catch it on the second one. This thing is gonna take a shot at you, Kess. Aha! It hits! Haha!
It does.
Does it?
Oh no.
Yeah, it got a 22.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
She's
no,
not there yet.
yet. Alright, you take 6 points of piercing damage as an arrow arcs through the air and catches you.
She kind of rolls with it and then turns to... Which one shot her?
This one up on the cliff.
Oh, good.
Oh no!
She turns and she looks at it. How high is that cliff, just for reference?
10 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not very high. Actually, yeah, it's 10 feet. Okay. Clive.
The others hear another sharp but like different whistle come from Clive, and Boone just lunges at this one.
Alright, roll attack.
So that's
Yeah, that totally hits.
okay.
Nice.
And it needs to roll a strength saving throw.
Rolled a 10.
Nope. It gets dragged prone.
Alright. Let's see. Prone. We're gonna do that. That looks like prone, right?
Yes.
Yeah, Boone just sinks his teeth into the wood like leg and drags it down to the ground, and there's another feminine yelp. All right. Is that your turn?
Yep.
All right, Maria.
So she's noticed now that these things do not much care for loud noises, is what she's guessing.
Oh, okay.
I think she's gonna try shooting.
Oh, right, I also forgot that Boone has advantage on attack rolls when allies are also next to the enemy's
Oh,
deck.
nice.
Sweet.
Wolves are cool.
Which one are you attacking?
Far back on the hill.
Okay, yeah, that misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
You crack off a shot, and you visibly see the things near Kess and Sybil, like, flinch away.
Okay.
And now, that thing is actually going to... Kess, make a wisdom saving throw.
Remember, she's got blast if she needs it.
Okay. She might not. Yeah, I'm gonna use that.
Okay.
I mean, she's got it. It's not going away. So.
Damn. Okay. This thing that you now know is a dryad, as it kind of spoke to you in this insidious-sounding voice, that for a moment you were like, maybe this isn't so bad, huh? And then you're like, wait, no, fuck that thing. And it looks thoroughly surprised when you don't kind of look at it, or it looks surprised when you don't look like you're not going to hit it anymore. And now it's your turn.
Okay, which one was doing the speaking?
The one that is hunter marked.
Okay, good.
The one she is already determined she hates.
Yeah, she's gonna hit it. In theory.
You can use blast again.
Oh, you're right.
Can you?
Yeah, it stays for a minute. It
Huh.
doesn't get used up.
That was a one-time thing.
Are you sure?
It says whenever it says you use this.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's true. Bane works the same way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just on.
You got a buff, man.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah, that matches, so it hits.
Man, at this level, like a 2 or 3 to a roll makes all the fucking difference. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's really powerful.
But, you know, it is a first level spell, so you don't have a ton of spells at this level.
It's true.
Alright.
God damn it.
You golf swing it again, and you knock it upside the head, and it actually takes it a moment to get back up. But it does. It kind of staggers back to its feet.
That's fair.
Sybil.
Sybil is gonna.
FYI, you have advantage on attack rolls on prone targets.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
So Sybil reaches out her hand, like high in the sky, and golden butterflies fly out, and her beautiful sword appears with a harp riff that plays because she's insufferable.
Cass just looks at her.
And Sybil looks at Cass and she's like, what? It's the theatrics! And as she does, she takes her 2 hands on the long sword and brings it down to swing it at the dryad in front of her.
Okay.
So that is, okay, what were we agreeing? Was it,
You can
were we gonna
use-
do
Yes, you can use your charisma in place of strength.
okay, cool. With my magic ass sword.
Yeah.
Just in case I get a 20. I did not get a 20.
Alright, yeah, that
So
hits.
that's 1d10 plus... 4.
Probably,
Okay.
yeah. Wait, 4?
Yeah, it's my charisma.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, that's right. You got an 18.
I'm so charismatic.
Yeah.
She's just so pretty. So that's an 8.
All right, cool. Yeah, you
Wait.
stab
I have a
down.
question. Can I use bless on that?
Yes. Wait.
Not on the-
not on
not-
damage.
Yeah. No.
Damn.
Yeah. All
Attack
right.
rolls and saving throws.
Yep. You stab down and you kind of pin it to the ground momentarily, and there's like a spurt of sap-like blood. It smells kind of sweet, actually. It's going to spend its movement to get up and give you a death glare, Sybil. And, actually, it's just going to wave its hands and you see its skin grow hard and bark-like. Novori.
Yeah, so this guy over here. Let's see. What I've been looking at spells this whole time. It's like, what the fuck's she gonna do?
Oh well.
Okay, so
Actually, I'm gonna put a marker on for
is touch. Well, is she gonna?
I don't know what
All
the
right,
fuck that
she's
is.
going to. What's the range on this? God, I'm not used to any of these spells.
Decide this when it's not your turn.
I've been looking at him this whole time, okay? Okay, she's gonna just, you know what? She's kind of flustered, and, so she's gonna move around here.
Okay.
Like, you can't fucking find me, you asshole.
Okay.
And, let's see. She looks at these things, and can she tell that they're, like, woody things? Like...
Yeah, it's pretty obvious.
She's just like, oh, I really wish I could set those on fire. And...
Jesus.
And then she does.
Okay.
She's gonna use Firebolt.
Okay.
As a cantrip. On... Well, this is the first one she saw.
Okay.
So, let's see, how do I do this? This is
Just an
a
ranged attack.
spell attack.
Yep.
Alright. Spell shit modifier, what is it? Fuck.
Should be a +3, maybe. +2 or 3.
Um,
Or attack would be your proficiency plus modifier, so like probably
yeah,
3 or 4.
It's in my shit somewhere. Okay, it's +5. She's got high charisma. Okay,
Right.
so... 20. Yeah. Wow! Whole
Nope.
7!
The firebolt goes far, and Sybil, you see it like fly in front of your face. This hot little
Yeah.
bead of fire.
Yeah, Navori's like, wait, what? What? What?
Alright,
and
this...
she's gonna move again.
Okay.
Because she's concerned. So she's sort of
Maria,
over here.
this thing's coming for you. It's gonna
Oh.
fucking swing at you.
Okay.
It's a 21 to hit.
Magnets.
It's raising its weird club. And you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as it brings down this whistling club over your head.
Ouch. Okay.
Shillelagh. Alright. This thing, dancer in front of you, is... I need to see how they can do this. Yeah, you know what? It's gonna fucking lower its head and try to fucking hit you with its horns.
Okay.
And that failed. it tries to ram into you, and you just kind of, you reach out and hold it back, like, you know, a jock holding back a nerd.
Yep. Confused.
Yeah, like, what? This one is going to take a shot at you, Clive. And it misses. Okay.
Hooray.
Yeah. Alright, back around. Actually, no, wait. One more thing. This thing is going to come at Boone, seeing what he can do.
Oh no!
No!
Ooh, it crit.
Oh
Not the dog!
Well, now they all have to die.
It doesn't have Shillelagh up, though, so it's just gonna club him for... Oh, really?
Did we decide what we were gonna do with, like, if he goes down?
Yeah, he just goes unconscious. He can never die.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's like a Pokemon.
Yeah,
He
basically.
faints.
He takes 4 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
as a
That's-
rather normal, like, stick, just pa. And now it's Dancer's turn.
He's a tough doggo. He can take.
Yeah, I'm never gonna kill your dog. That's fucked up.
That'd be terrible.
It also,
Specifically why I made it a dog.
yeah, it also kind of ruins Beastmaster. If it's like, hey, your animal can die, but it's also a big part of your class.
Yeah, you can go get another one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's fine.
it's like a dumb ritual that takes like an entire day. Plus, like you lose your like established animal companion.
Yeah. All right, Dancer.
Alright, this punk jock is gonna, like, take another cat nap at him.
Okay.
The free hand while she has, like, one on his head. Like, just bath him off the side of the head, or we'll see.
That's such an
19.
evocative image.
Yep. Yep, that hits.
Okay.
Ooh.
8 damage. Well, crit.
All right, yeah, it just you fucking slap it up against the head and it. Meh. You want to take your second attack?
Yeah. And if I can say for this one, she is trying to do non-lethal damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it.
Alright, Vapid with her bonus. 22.
Yep, that hits.
Okay. Crit again.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Damn!
Double cat baps. It just. Meh, meh. It's Skeletors. Skeletors, sadly.
Oh my God.
Alright. This thing is going to move here, here, and make another, make a wisdom saving throw again.
God bless.
Alright. You don't need to use bless on this. You hear the soft sound of pan flute start to play up, and you understand that it's supposed to make you tired, but you don't care.
She is tired. She exists in a perpetual state
Yeah,
of
fair,
tired.
fair. It's like, hey, fall asleep, and you're like, fuck off. Alright, Clive, you're up.
Okay. Well, the first thing Clive is going to do is he's going to use his bonus action to cast Hail of Thorns on his crossbow.
Okay, nice. I don't know what that does, but it sounds cool.
And, he is then going to... He's going to take a shot at that thing again. The thing that...
Oh, cool, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
And, of course, this is when he would miss.
Yeah, the shot goes wide, and as it hits the ground next to the satyr, you hear like a loud clattering noise as thorns shoot out.
Well,
And-
it doesn't expend...
Right, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, the arrow is also enchanted.
yeah.
Yeah, so, like, just this arrow, like, pops into thorns.
Yeah. The spell doesn't actually get expended until it hits a target.
Yeah, this is just flavor.
Okay.
It's a marketing thing. You're a ranger.
What?
You have Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I know, but I put that on it first, and they both take bonus actions.
Oh.
Maria.
Oh, shooting. Who am I gonna shoot? Somebody's getting shot. I'm gonna shoot the one in front of Boone.
Okay. And remember, you also have your arcane shot if you'd like to use it.
Yeah, but it's got splash damage on it, and I don't want Kess to get hurt.
It's fine. Hit her with it. She won't care.
I
Damn!
want to make Kess mad.
Trust me.
There's also Boone
But
and
Maria
Sid.
doesn't want to
Yeah.
hit Cass.
Correct.
Boone is a tough doggo, but he's not that tough of a doggo.
No fireballs on the party.
Yeah, don't pull a mist and summon tentacles. Yeah, that hits. Summon tentacles on top of the party. It only works because you fucking have Ren.
I feel like Maria would have a massive crisis if she just summoned tentacles on the party.
Big time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're. Why did I only do that? Okay. Yeah, your shot rings out and catches the thing in the chest, and it just bleed. Or no, that's a dryad. It just makes a creaking wooden sound. It is the dryad in front of Kess's turn, and it's sufficiently afraid, so it's gonna fucking take a shillelagh swing at you, and it misses. It rolled a 1.
Cass is just intimidating.
I just want to hit
Mom.
Kess.
Like,
I just want to
hit
beat
her,
Kess up.
just making it worse for everyone else that's trying to hit her.
Yeah.
Just like, what the fuck?
It's Kess's turn. I fucking.
All right. So, Kess looks at the 3 dryads near her, and
Oh no.
she just looks at them and she casts Bane.
Okay.
So they get charisma saving throws. The dryads are probably gonna.
What, fail? Because charisma. Oh yeah, no, they're gonna be fine. 1 fails.
Mhm.
15.
That's fine.
Okay. The last one fails. So I was wrong. 2 failures, 1 success.
Okay. The 2 failures. They.
Oh.
So on any, it's the opposite of bless. So on
Yeah.
any attack roll or saving throw they get, they have to roll a d4 and subtract the number from their attack roll or saving throw.
Okay. Let me mark that on them so I remember. This hit. Let's do this weird eyeball.
Hey,
Oh,
you're
did you
not-
also... Okay, yeah, it went off on the... Actually, no, it didn't. The one in front of you resisted. The
And-
other 2 were baned.
Like, just for flavor,
Mhm.
they get to see little there's something in that helmet, and it does not like them.
Okay. Yeah, sure. Cool. Alright, Sybil, it's your turn. You see these dryads kind of cower away from Kess, and the one in front of you bumps into you.
Sybil, touches the dryad's shoulder and goes, "Yeah, I feel the same way sometimes." And then she just takes her sword, one-handed, just for flavor, and goes to fucking wrench it in the gut.
Alright,
Oh my god.
attack.
Okay, and then that many.
Alright, yeah, you wrench the sword into its gut, and your sword goes all the way through. And there's this awful sputtering noise, and then it dies on your sword.
Sybil's like, "Ooh, this doesn't feel good, but better you than me." And yanks her sword out and pushes the thing so that it falls into the other dryad.
Okay, yeah, it falls over, and the dryad, the other one, is just like, "Ah!" And a dead friend falls on her, and she doesn't like that.
It's too late to turn back, she says in Sylvan.
Where the fuck is the... I lost it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, okay, yeah, no, that was the one that died. Never mind. Navori, your turn. That's why I lost it. Yeah. Navori.
Alright. Okay. So, Navari's kind of weirded out a little bit. She's like, it almost set on fire when I wanted it to. I wonder if I could do that again? And she's trying to think of fire, but she's also kind of freaked out. She's like, is this the god messing with me? Is it not me at all? Did it just so happen to... And she's gonna target this one that's not dead. And
Okay.
she's gonna use Chaos Bolt.
Chaos Bolt, okay.
I think that's melee spell attack.
It's a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, okay. So that much.
That hits.
17. Oh shit. Alright, so for this. Okay, on a hit, the target takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage. Let me do 2d8.
Okay, so it takes 5 damage.
1d6.
Wait.
And I can choose one of it. Yeah, it takes that much, and I can choose one of the d8s, and that determines type. So let's see, 3 plus 2. Hey, 3! It's fire. So it's a
Nice.
fire type.
What? Wait. What was the d6?
It takes 2d8 plus 1d6 damage, and then I choose one of the d8s.
What? No.
Yeah. I can show you the spell.
Yeah, because Spellbot is saying only 2d8.
Okay. Here's, like, you hurl an undulating, warbling mass of chaotic
Oh yeah,
energy
look at
at
that.
one creature
Plus.
in range.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, you're right. Alright, so it takes 8 points of damage.
Fire damage.
Alright.
If that makes any difference.
That's a lot of damage for a level 1. Never mind. Okay.
And she kind of freaks herself out. Like, she moved over here to... at first, and then, like, there's this weird wind around her. And she's just like, what the fuck? and she gets brought up here. And she's just like, what the fuck? Like,
Alright, yeah, Navori
She
just
flips
kind
her
of
shit.
floats up a little bit.
and then she kind of hides from nothing. Like, she's looking around like, is something here? Like, what's going on?
Alright, the Dryad in front of you, Mario, is gonna shillelagh you again. Ooh,
Okay.
yeah. Alright, 26 to hit.
Big hit.
Jesus.
Yeah!
Big hit.
Rolled a 19.
Jeez.
Hulking out on me.
Yeah. It just saw a friend die. Ooh, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Ooh, ow. Okay.
Yeah, it's that whistling club just
Knock it.
hits you hard
Knock
across
it.
the head.
Knocked a chip of opal off her face there.
Ooh.
Was it 12?
Yeah.
Gonna need to buff that out.
Smooth it
This
away.
satyr in front of you, Dancer, is gonna try to ram you again. It reels back after getting papped twice. And 13?
14.
God damn it. Okay. Yeah, it tries, and you just kind of pulled your hand out again.
Oh
Um,
dear.
This one, the other one, is going to move a little bit closer to you, Clive, and take a shot. Oh, crap. There it is. 21 to hit?
It is.
Alright. Nope, wrong one. There it is. You take 6 points of piercing damage as the arrow flicks out of the bow and it just grazes you.
Said 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then... where is it? There it is. Dryad is gonna take a swing at you, Kess, because it didn't like that bane. Alright, let me...
Got a D.
Alright. Let me roll that D4 for the funsies. Where the fuck is my D4? Is this it? No. There it is. It missed. It got a -2.
Oh my god.
-2.
It hit itself.
Yeah. Jesus. All right, dancer.
Okay. She's still like palming this poor thing's head, and she's gonna take an action to speak in Sylvan, like, are you sure you really want to be doing this? Is it worth it? And just
Okay.
hold them still.
Yeah, no, that won't take an action, just to say
Oh.
something.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
she asks that.
Okay. Is that it then?
Does he say anything?
No.
Okay, well, then she's gonna do a map.
All right. She's gonna do a BAP.
Do some maps. 14.
Yeah. All right. That hits.
Okay. 5.
All right. You gonna do another BAP? You gonna do 2 BAPs?
No, she'll just one map for a lesson right now. She won't.
She's just having fun.
She's just playing, you know, as cats do.
While everyone else here is fucking murdering.
Yep, that's it for her for now.
Oh, you're not doing a second BAP?
No, it's like just ideally she just wants to slap for a lesson. Like, come on, man.
Okay. That first BAP kind of sends it reeling a little bit, like it takes a step back. It's a little bloody.
Okay.
Where is he? This one is going to... You know what? Fuck you, Kess.
Oh my god.
He's gonna jump down and try to gore you with his horns.
Okay.
Aha! 22 to hit.
Yeah.
Yes.
The whole aim of this combat.
Personal.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Alright. She looks like she took a hit.
Are you happy, Max?
Yes.
Are you happy now?
Yes. I want to hit everyone at least once. That's all I want. Yeah, it kind of bounces
She's
off.
doing her job as the tank, though.
Yeah, no, she's good at it. When you make the DM frustrated because he can't hit you, is like you're like making the monsters frustrated, so you're tanking. Both me and the monsters want to hit you.
That was Brand's purpose in the last campaign.
Yeah, and it works. It was always like, you motherfucker. All right, I'm gonna throw everything at you. I want to see you get hit.
Bring it.
All right, Clive, it's your turn.
Okay. Well, even though he's being shot, Clive is going to ignore that particular satyr at the moment.
Okay.
He's gonna keep, focusing on the one that he's trying to bring down. So this time he's gonna use his bonus action to put Hunter's Mark on it.
All right. What do we want Hunter's Mark? It's gonna be... Actually, it's just gonna be the fucking bullseye.
Perfect. And he's gonna take another shot at it.
All right. That hits.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and roll normal damage first
All right.
for it. And
Wow.
so, okay, which of that other dryad